Hi guys, good evening. My name is Blessing Philippa Shalie, the host of the show Intimate Talk with Blessing podcast, where we talk about anything and everything that relates to you and I. Thank you so much for the show of love for my podcast last week. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for sharing on your WhatsApp status. Thank you for liking, and thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel too. So today I'm going to talk about relationship, but not a romantic kind of relationship. Is relationship among people. I hope you know that we humans, everybody is in a relationship, like normal relationship, like even when you leave your house and you go to buy something from someone across your street or at the end of the street, there's a relationship you have with that person. Ordinary. So that's the kind of relationship I'm talking about, not a romantic type of relationship. So today, what I'm going to tell you is for us to stay away from still people. Now, the still is spelled S-T-I-L-L, still. Now, what's the word still? Still is when something is always occurring every single time. So when you say the person is still talking, so the person has been talking before, the person is talking now, and the person is always talking. Someone is still sleeping, the person has been sleeping before, and now when you check the person is still sleeping, and the person doesn't have any plan to wake up. So today we are going to talk about 4 categories of still people. We are going to learn how to stay away from still people. Remember, the still is S-T-I-L-L. S-T-I-L-L. Okay, so let's get talking. Number 1, we have to stay away from people who are still complaining. Yes, we all have that kind of friend that for every little opportunity they have, they always try to complain. There is no good thing that can come out from that person. There is no good vibes, nothing. You have to stay away from that kind of person, or else you will one day be like that person. And apart from that, one day the person will also complain about you to someone else, and you don't want that, and you don't want to be in that kind of situation. So you have to stay away from people who are still complaining. They complained yesterday, they complained day before yesterday, they complained today, and they are going to complain tomorrow. Now, those kind of people, I do not really blame them, but I think those kind of people are naturally insecure, or they're jealous, or they're trying to be in that person's position, but they cannot get there. So what will make them feel better is when they complain. So stay away from people who are still complaining. Oh, I don't like how you look. Oh, every time this girl always posts on social media. Or every time she talks too much, she prays too much, she dresses too much, she makes up too much. People who are still complaining, you don't need to have them in your circle. So the next set of people that you should stay away from are people who are still hating. So they're quite similar to people who are complaining, but these haters, you've heard of words on social media when they be like, oh, my haters, or them haters, or whatever. So this still hating, like they always hate people, even when the other person who the person hates has come to try to make peace with this person, to say, oh, I'm really sorry, this what happened, I'm sorry for talking to you that way, if that's what you are really angry with me about, I'm so sorry and all that. But even though you've asked them for their forgiveness, they are always still hating on you. I mean, you don't need that kind of person in your life, male or female, because those kind of people, if they find any slight opportunity to hurt you, by all means, they are going to do it without looking back, forgetting that you've actually apologized to them before, even though it's something you didn't do, even though it was not your fault and all that. So you have to stay away from people who are still hating. Those kind of people, and you shouldn't even give them space around you. Those kind of people you greet from far. Oh, hi, good morning, hi, how was your night? Oh, fine, thank you, have a wonderful day, bye. Those kind of people, you don't even try to go and tell them your latest plans or your newest secrets. So you stay away from people who are still hating. Now, the next set of people you should let go are people who are still broke. So, have you had this particular friend every day tells you, oh, I won't buy recharge card, but I don't get money. If you lend me, I will give you back. Have you had something like that? Does it ring a bell? Or when Isha, anything financial assistance, every single time, and most times this broke set of people, they don't usually pay you. Do you know why? When you time you ask them for their money, stylishly ask them for their money, they'll be like, I'm expecting money from this person, and this person has not paid. Don't worry, when this person pay, I'm going to give you your money. They are always expecting, because they borrow to borrow. Do you understand? Like, they borrow to borrow, and they borrow to stay valid. So they are always broke. There's no how you can save when all you do is to borrow money. Now, we all have that kind of friend that's usually always asking you for money. Sometimes you say no, sometimes you don't say no, sometimes you try to pity them and you give them. Now, let me just tell you something. This set of people, these broke people, at your own rate, when you give them money, just give them, if they ask for 20,000 naira, for instance, just give them 5,000 naira, and in your mind, just forget about the money, because they will always keep on giving you excuses. So, the last set of people that you should stay away from are the people who are still nowhere. Oh, I have a dream, and the next 2 years, they're still in the same place they are, still in the same spot of I have a dream. They're not doing anything about it. They are not working towards it. They are not even trying to make attempts to even make the dream come to reality. Those kind of people will draw you back everywhere in your life. Like, they will constantly draw you back. And you really don't need friends like that in your life, in your circle. Like, you have to stay away from those kind of people. I mean, when you have friends who pushes you, who wants to see you grow, you will be so happy, and you'll be proud of yourself, and you will be praying for your friends. You'll be praying for friends like that. But if you are in the midst of 4 people, and only 2 people are striving, only 2 people are going to the next level, and all that, and the remaining 2 who are just the team, I have a dream, one day I'm going to do, I have a dream. Those set of people, they end up dragging you back, and then jealousy comes into play. Yes, and if they have any opportunity to do you bad or to make you to be like them, of course, they will gladly take the offer. So stay away from this set of people. So I'm going to have a recap. Stay away from people who are still complaining. Stay away from people who are still hating. Stay away from people who are still broke. This 2022, everybody has to do something. Learn a trade. Just do something with your life. If there is a place that we can just go and be packing money, trust me, I wouldn't be waking up very early in the morning to go to work. Same thing with you. We'll not all be stressing ourselves. We'll just go there, pack our money and go. But this is life. You have to work. So you cannot be working and another person will be eating your money when you're working for a reason, to stay stable and everything. And you also have to stay away from people who are going nowhere. Again, look around you. If there's this friend you've known for 5 years and the friend is still in that same place, no plan to go forward, no plan to go backward, no plan to go sideways, the person is just stand still, my dear, run. So stay away from these 4 kind these four types of still people. And now let me just end up with this, that stressors, these still people, they actually stress the hell out of us. They are going to stress you till you let them go. So I'm here to tell you that these stressors, this stress set of people are ever present in our lives. There's nothing you can do about it. They can only help themselves. You cannot help them. So in order to achieve more and to be more productive, we need to get rid of these still people. You know them. Yeah, you know them. Sit down, think about it. And hey, I'm not saying you can't quarrel with them, or just be diplomatic about it. Just reduce the way you call them, reduce the way you associate with them and all that. They still do these things despite knowing better and get stuck in every little thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have to let them go. For your peace of mind, for your mental health, for stability, you have to let these still people go. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to me. My name is Blessing Philippa Shaye, and you are listening to the show Intimate Talk with Blessing Podcast. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, comment, share, and tell your friends about it. Don't tell me you enjoyed this conversation. Of course you did. So letting your friends join our community, and I will try my best to give you hot and juicy and spicy topic. Thank you for tuning in. Good night. And I love you so much.